Well, hello everyone, and welcome to a stream that I knew was coming, but a bit of a shock and a little bit gutting to say the least. For those of you who don't know, my very, very good friend John the White sadly passed away last night. His pancreatic cancer finally catching up with him. It was without doubt my true honour to have met John, to have spoken to John, and to have many, many, many good chats. Yes, Sadik, I'm afraid so. Um, it's not good. Um, One of our friends, Will, got a message from his son saying he passed away last night, um, which is a shame because we all thought he was doing well. Sorry to hear that about John. It's gutting, mate. Absolutely gutting. I mean, me and John initially started conversations and getting to know each other over Doctor Who. It was our shared love, and the man was literally a fountain of knowledge. And when he was diagnosed in December 2022, I mean, that's how much the man showed such courage and tenacity to fight. He asked me to do a series of videos with him and others who guested on it to talk about Doctor Who and his love. Thank you, Richard. And his love of Doctor Who. So if you do go on my channel, you'll actually see a playlist called Why We Love Doctor Who. And that's me and John and many, many others throughout it. It's about just, yeah. And in that, we literally talk about every single episode of Doctor Who, right from the beginning, all the way up to the end of the Capaldi era. We had interviews with Philip Morris. We had interviews with Ian Levine, and enough said about that. It was just, I know. The thing is, he went to hospital and not feeling, and he came back out of hospital and he was so positive. I mean, he was even posting yesterday afternoon, and gone. And I'm still trying to process it. Yes, I enjoy doing them, Sadako. Um, but the reason they were done is for this moment for him passing. They are there. John has also done streams with me on other things. We were talking about um, the Muslim faith and everything. We've had loads of chats, and I know. I mean, we had plans to do Blake Seven reviews and all this sort of stuff, and it's all just gone. I'm struggling here because I'm trying to process it. I've never, ever met a man with such courage in the face of adversity. He, through the last few videos, he was struggling immensely with pain. He was struggling. I mean, it was me and John that started the Justice for Noel Clark stuff when we decided to stand together with Noel Clark. It was John who did the investigative article that tore the Guardian article to pieces. I'm just, I had to come on because I know you're struggling to profit, and I do know why, mate. I really do. The thing is, I knew this was coming. Um, but for it to be as sudden as it was, yeah, it hurt. Now, John had his enemies because John was a rarity in this world where he was straight talking, direct, and a force of nature. But also, he was an amazing man. The chats that we've had for hours were just like, will always be fondly remembered. And I'm just blown away. But I also said that I would, when the time come on and do exactly what I'm doing now and honouring him. And now I know there are going to be people out there, because there will be people out there who will probably celebrate this and think it's the greatest thing since sliced bread, because that's the fucked up world that we live in nowadays. I just thought he was going to last forever. I know it sounds silly because I know he said, I mean, he managed to hang on. He fought, and he fought so bravely in so much pain, stuff that most people didn't see, most people didn't get to hear about. Yeah, it's true. He was the one you wanted in your corner when it comes to convictions of belief, because John was just tenacious, absolutely tenacious. I love to hear John speak his mind. John did that. I mean, a lot of the times, if you listen to, if you go back over those streams, a lot of the times it's just John talking. I can't get a word in edgeways, but I didn't want to. And the reason I didn't want to is, how on earth did you find out? One of our friends in one of our chats, Will, got a message from his son on John's phone a couple hours ago from Ben, his son, who's just, I mean, John hung on to see the birth of his first granddaughter. Unbelievable. And I found out about an hour ago. I'm still trying to get my head around it. It's still raw and painful. It's just unbelievable. I mean, as I said, when we did the live streams, and we did, I think it was every weekend, every Friday, I think it was. I can't remember. Every Friday we did a live stream, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, which would end up for me being 4, 5 hours of just talking Doctor Who and just talking about life in general, just talking about everything. And he's an inspiration, because I hope I have as much courage as he did when he knew he was facing the end. And he was given 6 months on December 22nd, December the 2022, 6 months, which is why we did the videos, why we did them. And he hung on till now with the courage beyond it all. We'd start streams, and, he'd be telling me about the pain he's going through and how he was suffering, and but he had to be on, because those live streams in the early days were what kept him going. It was as simple as that. I'm choking up here, sorry. To know that you're going to do a stream with someone when it's the thing that they're looking forward to, the thing that they're grasping on with both hands. Sorry, guys. It was an honour. Genuinely, genuinely an honour. And those things were always gonna be there. Time Profit, don't worry, they're all backed up. Every single one of them streams is backed up. You have no worries about that. And they're backed up because of what they were and what they were for. They are a dying man's wish. That's what those streams were for. Dear me. Well, I promised him that when I found out this is what I'd do. And it hurts. When you spend hours and hours and hours talking to a guy about literally anything and everything, but about a passion for a TV show. Unbelievable. And I know a lot of people out there misunderstood him, hated him unnecessarily, still do. Purely because he was straight talking and he told it as it was. And to probably enjoy it, celebrate that he's gone. Pray tell that I never find you. Yeah, we are going to miss him. I really am going to miss him. I'm going to miss those chats, those wonderful streams. Unbelievable. Don't worry, they'll always be there. Those streams will never go. They're backed up and they're his legacy. So you best not come for any. Anyone wants them, you're not having them. They're mine and his. And they're there for you to listen to and enjoy. Because if you take time to listen to those streams, the passion and love that that man had for that show, I've never experienced before. He taught me so much. I mean, I was never a huge Doctor Who fan. It's like the third favourite TV show of all time for me. And I learnt so much. And we got to talk to loads of different people. And even then, people were bullying other people off the streams because they were talking to John. Because that's the screwed up world we live in. It's just unbelievable. Massive part of me. I have a hole, another one. Truly getting tired of saying goodbye to friends. It feels like I've lost a combat buddy. Yeah, that's what it feels like. And in reality, I didn't know him that long. For a few years. It's just unbelievable. I mean, thanks for all the kind messages in the chat. I'm just and I'm sure my enemies and his enemies will probably take the piss out of this. You do what you need to do. You live with how you are. The world's gone darker, dark as it is. As you know, when I'm talking on my channel about stuff, and it's just got a bit darker. It never is fair. But then again, no one ever told you life would be fair. It's always the good ones that seem to go. So, sorry for the pauses and everything else. It's just, it's unusual for me to be upset. It's even more for me to do it so publicly. The last time we did it was when the Queen died. My phone's going mental. Absolutely mental. It's just, let me just see what's going on because my phone's just going mental. I mean, only the good die young. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm going to read. I'm going to read this. This is from Will. Hello, Alison. We're going to read what Will put. Struggle here. Gutted to inform you that John sadly passed away. John was a fierce warrior who did not suffer fools. December 2022, the doctors gave him weeks. He fought hard, he fought well, and refused to let it break his spirit. But sadly, he passed away yesterday afternoon. It's just gutting. And this was the message that Will got. I'm going to read this because this is from Ben. Ben was his son. Hi, Will. Don't think we've met, but I'm letting you know that Dad sadly passed away yesterday afternoon at home. He had his friend Tim with him, so he wasn't alone. We'll let you know about the funeral. Thanks, Ben. Oh, dear. So, I'm going to have to bring this one to a close before I completely collapse. I think I need to go to my favourite place to chill and reflect. It's unbelievable. Just seeing what else is up. I'm just bringing it to a close. There's no better to go to than it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's true. It is the mileage we covered because we covered some serious. Literally, if you go and look at the streams, I think it was you had them all together. We sat and spoke for nearly 18 hours of Doctor Who. There's not an episode we didn't cover from Peter Capaldi's last one backwards, and we had some great guests on, some amazing chats. Oh yeah, I am allowed. That was already pre-decided that I'm going. So as soon as I find out, just it wasn't just the Doctor Who stuff, it's the other chats that we had about other things. You'll see it with John. John's icon was Aslan the lion because that's what he was. He was the righteous lion of strength. And he had many, many, many interesting internet battles and arguments. And you know what? Whatever you think of him, whether you like him or whether you didn't, and especially if you didn't, You can't deny the fact that he was fierce, loyal, didn't waver from his beliefs. Yeah, the British line indeed. And that's now going to be my motivation, if I needed any more, that I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight long and hard in the memory of John, because if that man can fight pancreatic cancer for 2 years with so much guts and determination like I've never experienced. I mean, the guy was talking like unbelievable. Thanks, Matthew. And if I can have a tenth of his courage at the time, then I'll be a better man. His intelligence level was unbelievable. I mean, there was times when me and him didn't agree. We fell out, argued, but we always come back because we knew that each other was as we were. Thanks for saying. I mean, literally, the comments that you put in the air are amazing. My prayers are for Ben, his wife, and his grandson, and the rest of the family. Charlie Spider, yes, it's true. Charlie Spider had cancer as well. He's all clear at the moment, as long as everything's going all right. And our streams were his, it helped him out. And that was touching as well. I mean, they weren't the most usually watched videos ever, but that's not what they were there for. They were there for this moment in time. Normally, I'd raise a drink, but I've stopped drinking. Thank you. Thank you. Literally, the messages you thanks for everything in the chat, guys. You are, without doubt, the most wonderful mother truckers I've ever known, and it's an honour to have you here. Some of you may not have may have joined me with my political stuff, but a lot of others, the more most of the commentators knew me way back when I used to do Doctor Who. You know, the little blue box. I'm so sad to hear that, Time Prophet. Thank you. Right then. As I said, normally I toast, but I don't drink alcohol anymore. Trying to improve. So let me grab a can of Pepsi. It'll have to do. I've got a big pile of them down here. It may not quite be an apt drink, but it's all I've got. Thank you, Alison. To John, you will be missed, sir. Heaven's going to be a better place for you, or wherever spiritual plane that you believe you're going to go to. And we're going to be poorer for not having you here. It was, without doubt, my ultimate honor to know you, to talk to you, to do videos with you, and to call you my friend. May you rest in peace, sir. You will be missed. God bless you all. Look after each other. And I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.